Good morning and welcome to today's live show. Today I just wanted to mention this will be your last chance, and I'm gonna give you two opportunities because I did have some people say they might have needed some time but to ask some questions. So today's gonna be your last chance, your absolute last chance to get that course for the 90% off sale as of right now. And then we are going to be doing a live stream later today. I'm gonna try to give as much value as possible today on YouTube, because I might not be able to, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to make a YouTube video tomorrow night. So today we're gonna pump out a bunch of stuff on Patreon. We're gonna be putting out the monthly update video where we're gonna pull up those monthly expected moves as those were just updated for December and see what these signals are looking like, see what scenarios we need to be open to. So there's a bunch going on today. I'm gonna try to put forth as much value into YouTube as possible for you guys, since I'm gonna kind of not be able to make a video tomorrow night on YouTube. So tomorrow we will just have a live stream in the morning, and the sale will not be going on tomorrow morning. So right now, if you have any questions about it or anything like that, maybe someone in the chat or myself can answer those for you, but you still have just today, just pretty much during these live shows today are going to be your opportunities to get that 90% off. Okay, now let's jump into the market. Interesting stuff happened in the futures. Remember, we were paying attention to the futures market. We noticed that the 2 hour, let's like this video. I like that sentiment. Good morning, YS, Carlos, Junior, Frankie, first people in here, first 4. I like it. Now, one thing you'll notice is we did get a little sell-off actually last night. Very interesting there. Very, very small. And then you're just noticing, okay, we're reaching right back up to where we started. So we're right back up to where we started. We're still making, we're still seeing, right? We curled back up before the morning, so we got to see if this thing can turn back down. And then we got to pay attention to, well, on this chart, it's going to be 6,680. A little bit adjusted because SPX 500 doesn't let you put another digit there. So now we can look into this and see, hey, the weakness is still there. We confirmed it. We unconfirmed it. So this is where we got to see in the morning. We can really see, are we going to squeeze further and get rid of these signals? Or are we going to see them play out, see them be a trap, right? We kind of have 3 ways that this could really play out, in my opinion. And I think it is, hey, we just see a squeeze, we see a trap to the downside, or we see a reversal, meaning we start a downtrend. That's kind of how I see it going forward. One thing I did notice, I was going to talk about Bitcoin this morning because overnight we finally did the signal that I was looking for. It happened last night, which was a double top signal. Okay, so I mentioned this a little bit. I can't remember if it was in the video. I think it was at the end of the video last night, and I said, hey, this is a 4 hour that's trying to move higher. That's a good sign to maybe take out this high, go make a new one as we're going positive. And now we're at the level where you really have to hold up. If this is going to be some consolidation, you got to see that 4 hour turn back up, because right now up here, one, this would look like a lower high, but the 2 hour is showing you that is pretty much a double top, and you have divergence facing straight down for your MACD, straight down for your RSI, and that has confirmed. So we will see if a daily chart is able to keep going down from this. It is saying there's some weakness here, but you can easily see how we're kind of holding that shelf. So we got to really break through. We got to change that. We got to stop holding that shelf to head down here for Bitcoin. So what you're paying attention to for Bitcoin is the fact that it confirmed divergence. I think if the 4 hour can turn up, maybe even the 2 hour turns up, you might have yourself another run. But this is the first inclination that there could be some weakness for Bitcoin. Is that going to mean weakness throughout the entire market? That's what we have to pay attention to. We get a lot of data, so I just wanted to run through that with you guys early on this morning. We got 2 minutes left. I think I can do it in 2 minutes. Ready? I'm just going to read it off so we can not miss that opening price action. As of this morning, in about 30 minutes, we will get the ISM manufacturing PMI. On Tuesday, aka tomorrow, December 3rd, we will get the JOLTS job openings. Very, very important with that. And then on Wednesday, a very important thing, ISM Services PMI, and I believe Fed Jerome Powell is going to be talking. He does have a speech there. On Thursday, we don't necessarily get the most up, but we will get import-exports, and I think that'll be interesting, and initial jobless claims on Thursday. The big day is going to be Friday. On Friday, we do get non-farm payrolls, unemployment, and the Michigan consumer sentiment, okay? So we will get unemployment and non-farm payrolls on Friday, and I think that'll be a very important day. Are we going to pull back before that happens, or are we going to maybe see things pop up a little bit higher? That's what we'll find out. All right, so as of right now, we can see that the 30-minute is trying to make an upward move, so no pullback really here for the SPY. I'm going to pay attention to the futures market on my other screen for you guys. And it looks like we are setting up another point of divergence. We'll see if weakness comes in early this morning, or are we going to squeeze? Ooh, that's looking a little squeezy. It's looking a little squeezy. All right, opening up at higher levels. Now the fun begins. Check this out about Wolf. What's going on Wolf, guys? Wolf is interesting. We'll pay attention to this, right? This is going to take an hour to develop or so we can kind of click around a little bit. We'll notice DJT trying to make that upward move, trying to break through, getting that retest. We'll see if that can continue. Not the best look here, but it is pulling back. That's great. Wolf really looking for that 30 minutes to confirm up. It did. Seeing if that 2-hour can really follow here. See if that can, oh, well, it actually rejected. I think it was an hourly that looked like this. Let me see real quick. Yeah, hourly was the one. So now you're about to see if that confirmation comes. Wolf could be seeing a good move soon. We'll see. SMCI with a big breakout move this morning. Pretty controlled. Turns up. Not bad. And then the other one would be AMC and GME. GME down 1%. That one getting fought pretty good there. AMC, this one is the one with the bad signals. This is not good signals for your 30-minute. I'm just telling you right now. This is weakness and momentum. Is it overall bearish yet? Well, you haven't lost the 5 or anything like that. So, hey, something good could be happening here. Remember, you need that 30-minute crossed up. You need the 2-hour crossed up, and good things can happen. Yeah, that's kind of a good thing, right? Have I missed the Qs this morning? No, we haven't talked about them. We're just bouncing around on a few of these. The Qs is easily just the similar thing to the SPY, but we are violating these levels, which is great. So are we going to set a trap early on, or is this the squeeze, right? This might be our answer already. We might already be seeing, hey, okay, we're getting that squeeze behavior. Unless we fade this very quickly and this is just a liquidity grab, we could squeeze higher. Like, it does make sense. Something we can pay attention to see if it's a squeeze is we're going to have volatility reversing down really, really quickly if this is a squeeze. We don't necessarily see that, though, at this moment. No, you see the divergence has completed here for volatility, so just watch out. We haven't been able to take back the 5. We'll see if this 30-minute can rotate down. That would mean a squeeze for a little bit of time is more probable. Are you in DJT still? Yep. I'm going to hold on to that thing. I think it's got a good shot. I really like the fact that it's just piled up after some good news. I think that's great. So, and the daily's so close to crossing here. We turned up at the end of the day, towards the end of the day on Friday. Oh, end of the day. I guess it only trades in the morning. But that turn up right there is enough to say, hey, we can make another upward move. Is this really just going to be a 1? And then you just sit there? Or is the daily going to be able to confirm up, right? Look at that guy. That's why I'm paying attention to the 2-hour swing. I'm like, 2-hour positive turn up. Okay, that can cross up a daily. So still go time, I think, for that. Wolf starting to see some more positivity, just 2.51%. And then Bitcoin turning around a little bit there. Hopefully everyone on Patreon likes the reorganized weekly expected moves. Pretty mega volume move on AMC. Let's do some comparison right now on the 2-hour then, if this is going to be some kind of good volume. $174K. Yeah, actually not bad. Comparative. Compared to back in here and these early moves, these little consolidative moves, you're looking for that to scale up for sure. I mean, we got to see what the volume's like at the end of the bar. Let's let a bunch of price action go into it. I like 2-hour volume for sure, but Compared to 30-minute, 30 minutes kind of sketchily. Like if you pull up a 30-minute, you'll probably see some good volume on this bar. It'll load. There you go, you're starting to see it. So that's good initial volume. Almost 200K. Just need that to keep going. And hope that sell volume doesn't come in. AMD, this is the one we were paying attention to for that 2 hour, and look at that, starting to confirm. So very interesting there for AMD, not AMC, but trying to confirm. You have an hour and 54 minutes before that happens. So if this thing just keeps going, I mean, maybe AMD squeezes, who knows, right? That's a pretty good little signals down in here. But this is one we are thinking catches some kind of bounce, maybe even for a lower high. Very cool. All right, let's pop back over to the Qs real quick, as some people were wondering about it. Hey, we're reaching that daily expected move very early on today. So it looks like the answer was squeeze for the morning. Let's see if that can continue. Has the SPY reached its daily expected move? No. So the Qs can continue. That we'll watch this very closely because that could be a liquidity grab. JP Morgan, yeah, just watch the Qs hitting that daily expected move. JP Morgan, oh no, oh that's going to be a 2 hour, isn't it? Yeah, you are dead right here. Now, right away, this is okay. It's like, hey, I can try to take the play, know how to manage risk, because you see how we're holding this little level here. So if we're going to get that next move up, I'm just going to see a 30-minute be able to confirm that again, right? You see how it's confirming down? That's a bad sign. That's even divergence right there, technically. So JP Morgan, a bunch of weakness and momentum here. And you're starting to get that confirmation on the 30-minute. You already have it on the 2 hour, and you're looking for, hey, is the daily way up there? Could this thing cross down? Let's see how high up this thing is. Everything's a little slow this morning. Yeah, that's pretty high up, and you see the divergence there on the RSI for the daily. So it's just saying a big daily pullback. It's more so saying, hey, anywhere in this gap resistance, we can find some support. Anywhere in this block right in here, I think we find support. And I think overall the best retest would be down to 224. I mean, you could probably pop down and fill that gap real quick while you're there, but I think that's the most probable thing for JP Morgan right now, is to pull back on the daily. Maybe it can always be consolidative, but if it wants to, I think really the area to pay attention is right in this little block. We'll look for any kind of signals we see in that area. So mention it again if it gets down there, and we'll look at the signals. Sound good? Leftover plot. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I'm wondering if this is a liquidity grab, because it's such a random move. But I mean, if you really look back, it's like, I think it was what, Google or something? Google wasn't necessarily participating. So you have these certain stocks that, yeah, they're up high, but they could give a move higher just to hold the market up, just to push the market up a little bit, right? So I'm not like completely surprised, right? I'm never going to be surprised if the market just like keeps going up, because that's what this market's built to do. We have a debt system. It's definitely built to just go up. But I'm very interested to see if this is... Oop, I knocked my computer. I'm very interested to see if this is a liquidity grab. And then two, interested to see if volatility is able to really crash down here, or if we're going to just get a simple little 30-minute divergence. So it's pretty much like this. If we're going to see a trap intraday, where now the Qs go higher and the SPY heads to its daily expected move, and we see something little like that, that could be a liquidity grab trap there. But the SPY is not wanting to make that upward move, and I'm keeping the futures in mind over here, just staring at them and going, not the best look in the world. But it's a good sign to see Bitcoin trying to turn back around. It's just crazy because the Qs are still holding in this like crazy weird, just like leak higher type of move. Interesting. All right, let me get into this real quick. All right, looks good. So yeah, we just have to see, like, this easily could be a liquidity grab. That is a move, like, these are the moves you kind of worry about to at least consolidate, because you can see in this area how, what were we talking about? Well, we were talking about this. That's how you move higher healthy, right? That's a healthy move higher. Now that you've just done this, you can pretty much see anything. It's like you can see that squeeze higher, or we could see it just drop off and make that right shoulder now, right? We could see it completely fake out and go to the downside. So this is kind of like the anomaly you didn't really want to happen for structure for a trade setup. It's more just, oh God, now we're just gapping higher and now we're gonna run into this. And it's like, is it a liquidity grab? Is it a squeeze? Is it a big trap? Or is it just needing consolidation to head higher? So there's a lot to pay attention to now that the Qs have done this. I can't believe you've done this. Hey, Tesla, what a great move from Tesla. There you go, that 2-hour curl up. Now, it's pretty tight, right? This is a pretty tight one. This is where weekly expected moves over on Patreon will really help you out. If Tesla's going to make a higher move, well, you have something simple here. I mean, probably, you know, a lot of people could say, hey, this might be just a measured move to go higher. And just say, hey, something like 410 does make sense. But then you have weekly expected moves. You go over to Tesla, and you go, okay. Now I know exactly how high up the options market is pricing in Tesla to go, and then you'll know exactly where they would want to trap set, right? Because people might measure this and be like, oh, it's supposed to go to 410, and then you just go, hey, there could be a trap at 370. And then it just goes, and everyone's like, yeah, we're going, and it just poops out. Maybe not, though. Right, trend right now, bullish, right? 2-hour firm curl up here. This doesn't give it up at all. Looks strong. Hey, test this high. Go make a new one right now. It looks like you're testing those highs. Oh, okay. IWM still curling down, flagging out for a little while too. So very interesting there. You were able to get down by that center line. You never really crossed up. I guess you did technically for a moment. But now you're crossing back down. That's not a good sign. DIA, I got to update these levels. But DIA giving a triple divergence right now. Like, this is one that's saying downside, man. This is one that's not very pretty. Let me update the DIA for you guys real quick. Because that one looks very important. So where should we expect to hold up? Well, the gap fill, right? We see this, we go like this, we turn back up, we can remain bullish. If we start to lose that, that's where it gets a little scary. But this will lean towards, if that 30-minute can cross, a 2-hour crossing down. What's the bad part about the 2-hour? You have divergence on that as well, and you're going to confirm on the same bar. So this could be a week where we go on the DIA outside of the weekly expected move. That's kind of what the signals are suggesting. It's saying there is good weakness here for DIA, for the Dow Jones. And you actually have a good probability to break this move, maybe retest it. See what happens after that. Let's go see if this is just a liquidity grab for the Qs. We're just going to, I almost said shit, sit right here. In my opinion, I still think we're going to get a corrective move in some way, whether it's 4%, 7%, or whether it's just a stock market crash right now. I don't like the way signals look to have some kind of rally right now. I don't think that that is very good for the SPY to do here, right? I really just pull up a 2-hour and I go, okay, what's the 2-hour look like? Well, it's hitting overbought. So are you telling me that the squeeze, the Santa rally is going to take place now and we're just going to do this and this and this? And if you do that, like, if you do that, you're going to still be overbought and you're going to still just be December 11th. So I think it's just better for us to even just do that, right? Get down by a monthly really quickly, and then people all give up on the market. Then we experience that rally. You see how it buys you room to remain in the channel. That's what I really think should happen here. You kind of do this, then you get that rally, and then you get some profit taking at the end of the year. That's what I think would make the most, like, that would make the most sense as far as health in the market to head higher, actually. Just because if the Qs do this right now, it's just, is that really that healthy? Like, is it? You're telling me you're gonna break through a high, you're just never gonna retest. You're gonna retest on like a 30-minute and then just keep going and going and going. And you're not, and you're gonna be able to get past 530. You're not gonna run into that pretty quick. I think a pullback going into more upside later makes more sense. What happened to Christmas rally? It's not Christmas yet. I don't know. Well, there's usually a downturn that convinces people there's no Christmas rally, and that's still something I think psychologically makes sense. Is like, you turn down, you're going to see in the headlines, oh no, we're not going to get a Christmas rally. Are we not going to get a Christmas rally? Blah, 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 blah. And that's more so what I think happens there. Hey, AMC up 3.67%. That's pretty cool. Which one we can use for video makes it don't seem like they can be correct. Kyle, you might want to reload it. I fixed those. Just reload the someone mentioned it early on and I already fixed them. I just reorganized, if you noticed, Kyle. Here, and if they're still wrong, I think it used to say NVIDIA was like $93 or something. Right? Now it should be updated on there, so just make sure to double check, okay? Yeah, it was really low. Yeah, it switched with TLT because I reorganized it, so it switched with TLT for a second. So thank you guys for checking on those. It's great to have you guys there to kind of check on those for me as well. But yeah, Kyle, it should be updated. If it isn't, just come back in here and let me know, because it has updated on my end, and someone emailed me again about it last night for some reason. I was like, man, I don't know why it's not updating for some people, but then he refreshed the page and it was good to go. All right, let's go check on our buddy over here. AMC. Oh, okay, it's starting to wick out again. I was looking at the email it sent me, so I'll check the actual page. Yeah, check the actual page. That will help a little bit there. What is going on with you? Interesting. I mean, 30-minute positive. So GME really needs that. GME needs a 30-minute and a 2-hour to go positive. Is Netflix running out of steam? Netflix has been running out of steam for about a year now. So Netflix is going to be a really hard one to short. Like, it's had terrible signals, it gets rid of them. It has terrible signals, gets rid of them. And this is where I truly am convinced that another reason why I think AMC is, like, the actual problem is really there is because of this. Everyone I talk to is getting rid of their Netflix, is disappointed with Netflix after the event with Jake Paul. They hate Netflix. So I don't quite get how this just keeps going up when everyone just talks about, oh, Netflix is bad, I'm getting rid of it, they're raising their prices again. I think that this is more, hey, look at Netflix, it's way better than AMC. I genuinely think that, because they're trying to kill the movie business, the theater business. But is it that, like, all that's speculative? But this is just, you know, you've seen weakness signals all the time, but I just want you to notice in the past, you see weakness signals like twice and you see a drop. Now it's like you see weakness signals once, you drop, you buy back up. Twice, you drop, you buy back up. 3 times, you drop, you buy back up. 4 times, oh no, you just go higher. So it's like, it is what it is. It's pretty cool. Like, I mean, if I was a monthly holder in this, I'd be very happy, right? If I was a monthly holder in Netflix, are you kidding me? I'd be so happy. Where did it tell you to get in? Right here, 337. So 337 on the swing trade. Bam, 160 in about 2 years. Pretty crazy. Well, Netflix is constantly losing money, by the way. Like, they can say they're profitable in some way, blah, 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 but they are constantly losing money. Like, I think Netflix is still at the stages like Amazon was at, where it's like early on wasn't turning a profit for a long time, and then everyone said Amazon's the worst stock ever, and then it just boomed. But that's why I don't get Netflix. I just don't think it turns a profit necessarily. Not to justify that price. Oh God, gross. Tesla, yeah, Tesla, you're just looking, hey, that 30-minute curled up, never was able to curl back down. You got that break above the 5-day moving average. The 2-hour can curl up into positive territory. Man, Netflix, I think, had a great opportunity to test out that live feature too. You know, I feel like that could have been huge for them. Like, as far as it goes, like live video, like ad revenue with that too. Oh man. And people would pay to have their event on Netflix, because still a lot of people have it. Seems like a trappy morning. We'll pay attention to the keys for that. Can we look at MSTR? Yeah, we can pay attention to that real quick. For this one, you can just sit and be pretty and wait for that 2-hour to curl up, see the swing trade, and then be like, all right, I can manage the trade. The 30-minute, you just look here and you go, okay, if this crosses down though, is that a good sign? No, it means, hey, we're positive. There is some chance of making a higher low, but the most likely thing is you're going to test this low and go make a new one, as you're pretty damn close to going negative. So if you're right here and then you see this, that could just be the final push down where they're trying to trap the bears, and then you see a reverse around, you go, hey, that's a reversal signal. That's what I'd be looking for from MSTR. If not that, then just swing trading, right? So that's the benefit of both of the courses, right? One of them, I can just be like, hey, let me pay attention to the simple swing trade in case this goes up. The other one would say, let me pay attention to divergence and reversal signals in case this sets a trap. Very, very cool. I forgot to turn off my bot today. Also, need to turn on when people subscribe. Come on now. Yeah, that's mainly how I see it for that. Now, I would say it's been due for a daily pullback, so we'll see what happens. Qs, we'll see what's going on. The Qs are just booming. The SPY is hating life. That is interesting. DIA, did we confirm? Look at DIA right now. This might, remember I said tech stocks are the most worrisome over the weekend? What are you seeing? A trap for potential liquidity grab for tech stocks. They might be trying to trap some people in those tech stocks. I'd just be a little bit cautious there for now. I just don't think we're seeing, unless you see a good opportunity. If you see a good opportunity for a bullish trade, please shout it out. I want to look at it. I might look through on my other charts real quick. Because that is a move and a half, but the SPY is not wanting to participate. Who's got it? AMD. Yeah, AMD is the good one. Yeah, you're right. I guess we mentioned that one. AMD was the great one. Now, this is a 2-hour signal. This can start to rotate up daily charts, right? So that's already rotated up. We actually did this really well because we were like, yeah, that can be a lower high. Watch out for the divergence. We set the divergence, so everything looks pretty good here. Let me look at the 30-minute. Did we ever get that 30-minute divergence? Not here. That would have been really nice. That would have been the perfect little setup. Now you got to see if the 2-hour looks good here. I don't know why, but I am... like, this is one I really should take, but I have 1 hour and 36 minutes. So listen to my thinking here. This is a great signal. This is a signal I would definitely take if things were a little bit simpler right now. But I got 1 hour and 35 minutes left in the bar. I have the Qs hitting a daily expected move. I have DIA showing weakness. I have IWM was showing weakness for a little bit there. And the SPY's not really going to its daily expected move. So I don't know if my risk meter is exactly like happy to try to get into this just yet. I think I gotta see how this plays out. Oh, also, that's why we have weekly expected moves, homie. Was AMD pricing in a big move? Yeah, that there's not enough room. Unless this thing sees something absolutely crazy, there's not a lot of room for me to make money on this play yet. I'd rather see a 30-minute pullback now and then try something. Super fresh, super cool. What's going on? Bruce. Bruce. Hey. Stop it. But I do like it. I'm just like, well, this is a reversal signal where you can see something crazy. Like, because it says a daily could rotate up. So you could just see a huge snap, right? We could see it go outside of a weekly and just go to a monthly. You know, that's what Tesla did. That's what Tesla did like 2 months ago. We saw the great signal, and it just boomed after hitting that signal, and it just ignored monthly and weekly expected moves. It was just huge. But I've been doing very well in this market, especially the last like 4 months with those NVIDIA signals especially, and I'm just like, I don't think I need to, I really just don't want to risk anything going into the end of the year. Like, I have a great thing going on. I'm like, oof, I can wait. Is the SPY going up now? Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, IWM, DIA, and oh my God, look at the dollar too. Dollar gave you some divergence down here. And look at the touch of our 105.65 level. Uh-oh, we're breaking through. Interesting. Today's getting wild. But PCC looks like people a little bit in the middle of things right now. Very interesting today. I think we got to just watch the Qs. I think this might be a liquidity grab at this point. Jackal! Coffee Cash. Bitcoin is due for a breakdown, and MSTR will front-run Bitcoin. Trade carefully. That's a good thing to pay attention to. Remember, we were talking about Bitcoin early on in this video. Right now, it is signaling it wants to cross down for a potential lower high. VIX look bullish. I mean, it curled up the 2 hour. If you're talking about just volatility, if you're talking about just the VIX, you're going, oh, the 2 hour crossed this up. It just hasn't taken back the 5. So if that 30-minute crosses down, you can see more of a squeeze. But look at this. It hasn't crossed down just yet. What if this is where the trap is set right now? We'll see. Got 12 minutes left, and then you'll see if that's going to cross down. And does that mean it's over, or are we just setting the next trap, right? We can get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and then see this thing get real tight. Boom, to the upside. We'll see. This daily scale, I'm sure. I need to look at my other charts. Thank you so much for the $5, though, Jackal. Thank you for the coffee money. I appreciate it. We have to go get coffee today. Awesome, Swan. Hey, Swan, thank you for saying that. And winter is here, and I hate it. I do not like the cold. Someone's saying Wolf real quick. Let's go check on that. 3%. There you go. So what we were looking for was the hourly curl up, but the 2 hour rejected. I just like to look at a 2 hour. So hourly curl up was what you're looking for. You're going to get that as of in probably about 30 minutes. But you can see the obvious level we need to break through. Let's see. Wolf. I do have a level that I recorded for Wolf. And it looks like for this, it's right around here. That right there, like 1135. Yeah, I was looking at this a lot, and I found this level across the way. I think 1135 is going to be very important. If you can close above that, I think you could see something crazy. And I love the structure here for Wolf as well, by the way. Left, big head, right shoulder. Oh my goodness. You know what's funny is, like, if we really wanted to, let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, if this is fire, this is like little wingies. Okay, maybe this is a something like this. I don't want to end up drawing a penis. How do you draw a rocket ship? Because I'm already seeing a thumb. You know what I mean? No, it's going to end up being a penis. We can't do that. Never mind. Not drawing any rockets. 4% though, not bad. All right, not bad on that one. AMC still trying to do its thing, but getting fought there. GME still confirmed on this. Watch for if the daily starts to roll, guys. That won't be a good sign before the earnings. We're actually heading right into the timeline though. Like, here's the thing that's funny about GME. If we keep holding at these higher levels and just doing this, we're gonna lead right into the timeline of when this last happened. And I think that's pretty funny. Let's go check on the keys on the 30 minutes, see if this thing's ever gonna fade. Looks like we're getting that squeeze. There you go, we're squeeze, 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 squeeze. I'm surprised we don't see any consolidation here. Keep an eye on Nike, enter Christmas time. Great play, in my opinion. We can go look at Nike. SPY ripping up? Okay, thank you for letting me. Okay, it's not ripping up. Nike, let's go look at that real quick. Ooh, I don't like that right now. I think the 2 hour should be okay though. This could be a retest. Yeah, if we can take our time here. And I think this is the big problem with Nike for now. I'm just gonna mark off this level that we just retested twice. You kind of see this bundle in here, even this extra lip, you see this, and you would really like to see this go do some kind of pullback here. We get excited, I think that's fine, because now your 2 hours so positive, but you do have the chance to go make that right shoulder now, see that 2 hour get by the center line and curl back up. That's just, you know, that's really short time frame stuff. Now, if we look at a daily and you just look at this, it's curled up and it's trying to go positive, and that's fantastic. We have a little sell zone up here above us. We'll see what happens. With a record-breaking attendance this past weekend, it's a fake out about to catch a run by end of day. Ooh, I like the confidence. I like the confidence. It's a good thing we're going to go live later today, okay, guys? We're just going live in case people have questions or anything like that, and to bring you guys as much value. God dang it, I can't yawn during the hype part. Okay, here we go. We got to bring you guys as much value as possible today because I won't be here a lot tomorrow. I will have the morning stream, and that will be it for tomorrow. So today, if you want to join the Patreon to get monthly update video using those monthly expected moves, that could be good. And then if you want to ask any questions about the course, that is down in the description. This is going to be your last chance today to get it. I just like to leave it up for the live video the next day after a sale ends so people can ask questions in case they saw it over the weekend. All right, well, do I get my coffee from Costco? No, I do not. I am not a Costco member. I am not a Costco member. Should I do it though? We'll see. We'll see. Let's keep paying attention to the cues, though. I'm really intrigued at how this could happen. As we get up to these levels, we have to always be open to consolidation now to head higher. I'm going to pull up the futures again. Yeah, I think I used to have Costco, but I hate shopping in stores and all that stuff. I do not like it. IWM, if that curls over on a daily chart, that's not cool. That's like not cool, dude. US 100, this is so wild to me. I mean, I guess if you just reject the crossing, then I don't care what you look like. Hold on, let me use my other indicator here. We're still holding it there. You're still holding it on the MACD, just not the RSI. So let's look at this time frame and see what we can come up with. Okay, you're holding it there, not holding it there, holding it there. Okay. We just have to see if the keys end up fading at some point. Or else, you know, one of the options was, hey, you see this gap higher, like I said, once you see that gap higher, it's like, okay, well, the healthy thing's not going to happen, so what is going to happen? This was the healthy thing, right? Now you're just getting a random move up. So that means it could be a continued squeeze. It could be a big trap for a full reversal, or we could dip down and make that more healthy. So you kind of have three options there, in my opinion. Are we going to squeeze to here, see a sudden drop to here, or are we just going to pull back, fake people out, and turn back up? That looks like the three scenarios from this kind of move. It's unfortunate because we actually had some great structure for an upside play if we just pulled back to 506.47. We had some great structure for it. It's just crazy to me because IWM is seeing weakness. We got the DIA showing major weakness now, confirming back-to-back confirmations here. About to test the 5. We'll see if that can whip back around, but this is leaning towards, not very good things now. Volatility turning back up. Not able to cross as of right now. Mixed signals, man. Hopefully we have an answer by the end of the day. Let's see. Let's just, I mean, the keys are just boring though. There's no real structure here to pay attention to. It's just, hey, are they going to rip this thing down after taking out some stops? Who knows? Yeah, the market's everywhere right now. More than 8.8 million moviegoers enjoyed our theaters at AMC over the Thanksgiving holiday, Wednesday through Sunday. That is pretty huge. JP Morgan and banks getting worse. That's awesome. And Short Fridays, thank you so much for the $5, and thank you for updating us what Adam Aaron is saying. Okay, more US S&P manufacturing final rate decline in new orders slows, better confidence about future lift staffing. Highest in history for that week. That's pretty crazy. That's awesome, and thank you for the $5. Yeah, let me go check on. PMI just came out at 48.4. The previous was 46.5, and it was consensus and forecasted to come in at about 47.2, 47.5. So little tick up there. Now we get to see what happens. We get to see the reaction in the market. That's what we mostly care about. People can read into data in a million different ways. SoFi giving the reversal signal, maybe look at the 30-minute tick. Yeah, we haven't looked at SoFi this morning, so let's go check on that. That one I was really worried about. That is the 30-minute signal. Notice this though about SoFi. We keep holding the 5. We keep holding the 5. We keep holding the 5. Right? So, and even here you got a divergence to help you out when we lost the 5. So we look for that. This is pretty freaking toppy, especially if that 2-hour rotates back down. I think now you're looking a little bit different here. I think you're going to get a daily pullback for SoFi. That looks the most probable to me. I mean, I know it can keep squeezing. I'm not like a bear or anything. I'm not saying it has to crash down into oblivion. I'm just saying a daily pullback would be nice. Hopefully that's consolidative, and then you see this 20 catch up, and you can just bounce off it and keep going. But these just are not good signals, and they're very close to confirming. So 2-hour confirms. I think you're going to end up with a daily pullback over the next couple of weeks. Just what it looks like from the signals. For Fridays, if you haven't already, can you check U stock? Just U? Unity? Okay, I don't like that initially from the 30-minute. So this is one of those situations where there's two scenarios at the same time playing out, right? We have this potentially being a cup and handle or some kind of consolidation to head higher, reaction from the 5. But if that 30-minute crosses right here, we could also say there is potential for this to be a double top. Like look how down that is. Look how down that is. So if this crosses down and goes negative, treat it very seriously, because that could mean a potentially big 2-hour pullback is coming, right? Something like going down to 21.38, losing 10% pretty quick could happen. So I'd pay attention to that. And then I just see this as well. If you want just the simple confirmation, I would like this to do that, actually. If this got down to here and I was swinging to the upside, I go, boom, I see a 30-minute signal. I go, I'm out. And then that goes back down to here and curls back up. And I go, oh, sick, another easy swing trade. Awesome, we're off to the races, right? That's what I think about this one, but 30-minute signal in there, I don't like it. I don't like it, and even if you confirm another move higher, I'm not a fan of that look. As far as IWM goes, this is starting to not look very good, okay? You're curling back down. You're not able to hold up at the 5. You get this ugly bar, and you curl down. You're about to go negative. That's bad because you have the 2-hour signals that have confirmed, right? That is very obvious divergence. The only thing you have going for you with IWM is this has never seen the next extended move down to break below the 5. Notice we've always remained in this little box. Like if I can draw a little box, notice here, can I put this box over here and everything be okay? No. See how we break through it? But I can put it here, and are we still okay? Yes. Isn't that funny? Like if I just show you this is like, oh yeah, we're gonna go high, fail. This is still holding at that level right now, so we'll see if that's able to really break through and flush. But it's not a good signal. So if I want it to turn back into a good signal, 2 hours got to turn up into positive territory, and the 30-minute needs to get back going. This thing, if this is really just consolidation for the next move higher, and this is some kind of range that we need to break, okay, that needs to go to the upside. Also, these are not the updated weekly expected moves for IWM, just so you are aware. Screw it. We're giving a ton of value on YouTube, so I'll just give those to you this week. For IWM, all the other ones are going to be on Patreon there. Then normally we don't give these away all the time, right? 249, 8. I just think end of the year, I want people to have a good end of the year. I'm fine with giving away as much info as possible. Just know people do pay for this information, so we're not going to give more than the DIA and IWM. And we're not going to show it off all the time on the YouTube videos. You have to show up to the live video to get them. Whoa, 4.85 for our buddy Wolf. Very good. We like to see it. SPY still doing fuck all. SPY still doing nothing. Q's just sitting at higher levels. I am interested to see if this is a massive just rug pull. You have the dollar going kind of nuts here. You've got yields going kind of nuts here. And then you got the SPY still at higher levels. Notice that during this, like the SPY didn't follow the 10-year and the dollar recently, like really recently. So that tells us that the correlation could be flipping, and this is where that lie, the truth can start to come out. So it'll be interesting to see. Main thing is just does a 30-minute cross down for the SPY. All right, let's leave it here for a second. I've got some stuff to get to for a moment. We can always get expected price of meme stocks in this channel. Not all the meme stocks, no. No, just AMC and GME, you can get the top side move. You want to see NVIDIA real quick? Mike Wazowski, that's great. NVIDIA is pretty simple. We were looking at this, all right, 30-minute curled up, awesome. Not the best reversal signal, so we have to be aware of a lower high, all right? Lower high, all right, that's the most probable thing to happen when a 2-hour looks like this. You see, we've had a good move up. We've had a solid move up, right? Where are we at on the MACD still? Like, that's a great move, and notice how far we've gotten. So what we're going to look for here is 30-minute weakness, if we even get it, right? So actually, I'd be interested to see weekly for this. Let me just see. Okay, not that great of a move. I'd be interested to see if we can hold above 141, maybe retest it, pop back up, and then maybe we see something bad happen towards the end of the week. I think that's the look I'm looking for the lower high scenario. It doesn't have to form for a lower high. A lot of the time you'll just see the 2-hour go up and it'll find a rejection. But if it gives us a hint, we will let you know. AMC still, AM Steve, I don't know who AM Steve is, but AMC is still up 3.43%. We got Wolf now up 6.78%. So it's a good thing I was paying attention to that one. That one again, by the way, that one again kind of flagged part of my signal with the short sale volume. I want to look at that real quick. Okay, it didn't fully flag it yet. I didn't fully flag it yet, but my goodness. Still green, that's good. We've got about 30 more minutes left in the stream, guys, and then I have to hop off, and I will be live later today. And I got to start working on that monthly video for you guys. I don't know why I just started to talk all deep. My bad. See, sorry, I'm just having to look at some stuff for... I think I'm good to just sit on everything. This was... that. This was... that. Okay. Solid. And we have the SPX 100 chart here. God, I hate this look. It looks so freaking ugly. All right. We're back. Had a bunch of little stuff to look at. Uh-oh, Tesla. Don't do it. Don't do it to them, Tesla. Don't do it, Tesla. AMD, how's that 2-hour bar shaping up? Pretty good. Hour and 13 minutes left. And then did the DIA start to buy back up yet? Quick answer, no. Damn, that is not a good time. TLT, very interesting. The 30-minute divergences are what we were paying attention to here. They are confirming. I wonder if we get a 2-hour pullback for TLT. It's been doing some crazy stuff after being bottled up for a long time. Great signals in here. Amazon was one as well, breaking to the upside, able to go above the gap. That's fan-freaking-tastic. Holy crap, what a move. Oh, and you got rid of the divergence point. Are you crossing up a daily with that move? Okay, so Amazon's just gonna go nuts for Cyber Monday. Cool. Whoa. Wait a second. Who's the one that told me about this guy? Because that's pretty good. That's confirming divergence on the VIX 9-day, right? Look at that guy. Well, if this is one tick for this is a trap. The VIX itself, potentially 2 ticks for this is a trap. I think the better tick would be if it was a 4-hour confirming up. 30-minute is rolling down as of right now, so we might have an opportunity for volatility. Interesting. What do I want to do with that opportunity? Let's see. Oh boy. Oh wait, I have that longer too. This one. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I'm looking for if volatility makes this little lip down. gives another scale in opportunity for a volatility play if it can confirm volatility of volatility. You can see this is holding a pretty strong base now. You got the higher low. If that reverses down, that'd be kind of random. This is suggesting that you're about to see a 2-hour move higher. What do you have? 2-hour divergence. So even though everyone's seeing this upside move, it does have the smellings of a squeeze, but also the stench of a trap. We'll find out. We need to see a little bit more price action, then we can start to find out. You took a look at you. We did just look at you, right? Is that this one? Yeah, we just looked at this. 30-minute crosses down, not good. It's not crossed down yet. It does look like, hey, a 2-hour pullback is very likely even further, but if that 2-hour can confirm up again, maybe you see something good there. My thing is just if this 30-minute crosses down, I think you're likely to see a further 2-hour pullback, maybe paying attention to, actually 2150 could be a nice little shelf. We'll see. Kind of like a retest of the breakout area and things like that, but it's not curled down yet, so 2-hour confirms back up, or even hourly, right? Hourly can confirm back up. You might just have an hourly swing there. Looks pretty simple. What do I want to look at? Oh, GME flipping back around. Need GME to cross up on the 30-minute. DJT flipping back around. Palantir still holding at these levels, man. Palantir has had bad signals for, what, a month now? And it just keeps holding up. It keeps getting these spikes down, but then it just catches that 5-day and keeps going. Very interesting there. SoFi, ooh, starting to curl down there. Really looks like SoFi wants to do it, but like I said, this thing is another one. They just keep going higher. These are squeezes. There's no way it's not. Oh, Wolf, 7%. Let's freaking go, dude. Freaking go, Wolf. Hey, Wolf, go to, Wolf, where do I want you to go to? Because you're curling up on the daily. You're looking sexy. Where do I want you to go to? Go to this breakdown area. 22. Go to 22. The juice would never let Palantir drive. Facts. This right here, 2186. I think more like around 22. I really would see that would be a massive, great move if this thing squeezes. Where it probably stops, though, if it can't get too high up, is probably more around 14. And that's if it can break through 1135. So we've got a lot going on here. Hey, GameStop now up 1%. Excuse my sniffles. Hey, 1%. AMC, 4%. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, that's when you want to pay attention to these. It is a bad signal. What do we say? You got to get rid of that signal. Guess what AMC did? It got rid of that signal, and GME is lagging behind a little bit. It needs to get rid of its signals. What's it? Oh, yeah, ACHR. We can check on that real quick. Oh, that's an A. Oh, okay, ACHR. Okay, there we go. Archer. Once again, another extended bad signal. So you had a bad signal here, and then you got that extension for the next trap. You always want to pay attention to risk for the third trap on a 30-minute, because they do it pretty often, and boom, to the upside. Ooh, ugly, ugly, ugly. So, now this could be ultimately just a rug pull, but also this could be a 2-hour pullback. So if you're looking for an opportunity for upside, if this really looks like it's gonna cross, if the 30-minute whips back up, another chance, but if this 2 hours is gonna cross, you might be breaking down all the way to 486 before you can turn back up. I think this level looks really nice. But you could go down to gap fill. So, but the way to think about it is, if the 2 hour goes like this, and it curls up, and I see a good move, and I see a strong bar, okay, we'll probably test the high, go make a new one. If this goes negative, it's not as likely, right? You can see a lower high. AMC will break above 566 this week. I promise you. Hold me to that. If it does not, by the end of Friday, I will hit you off with a $100 super chat. All right, bet. And we'll keep an eye on it for you. Right? Now, what's going to happen? Ooh, this is the question, Short Fridays. And thank you so much for the $5, Short Fridays. Really appreciate that. Here's the question, though. What happens at 566? What happens above 566? Do you think he just dilutes right away? I'm interested. 8% now for Wolf. I still want to get through 11. I think 11:35 close. Technically 11:38, but 11:35. Why is wifey stomping around? All right, let's check on these Qs. Sit here for a sec. What happens at 539, 544? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We'll find out. What happens at 549? Since the crazy levels at 4 or at 550. Wait, so this week above $6 or next week? This week or next week? What are you thinking? Because I'm like, whatever. I'm like, hey, as long as the signals remain good, I'll just hang out. IWM able to save itself for now. Remember that 30-minute can whip back up. It's still holding the shelf. We already talked about that a little bit when I drew the box. We're like, is it holding up or is it breaking down? This one was very obvious breaking down. This one tried to break down, but it's not. It's not yet. See if that can whip back up after testing the 5-day. Good move. What are you doing? Good moves. You test the 5-day, and then you see if you can go see that next move higher. And we have a very obvious level to pay attention to for IWM. GME is still struggling. DJT seems to be struggling. Meanwhile, we got Wolf doing some good things. Pop off, King. You know what I'm saying? Ripple is a lot of fun. I've been looking at this. You know, everyone that is close to me and has Ripple has been messaging me all weekend. The first thing with Ripple, the first thing I was worried about was the pullback right here, but you're just still going. You really just look at the daily and you're like, wow, this could just continue. I'm just being honest. Like, this doesn't necessarily have signals in it that suggest much. If anything, you're just seeing this flatness. If that becomes significant, you start to see weakness now. It's a 2-hour chart though. Since it's a big move, I would even dig in a little closer, see if I get something small here to confirm, because that could tell me when I get a 2-hour pullback. So if this is some kind of trap now and you see that turn down, cross down, I would look for that 2-hour to actually be pulling back. People really give up on it. You see it test the 5, and then you just keep going off to the races. But this is one that it is moving good. It's moving fast. So if you are down, if you are in it anywhere below like $1, then it wouldn't necessarily be one that I because I've done crypto before, it wouldn't be one that I would be like, oh, I'm going to sell the entire position, right? If I have it at $1 or anywhere below that, I can more so trade half the position and hold the rest so I'm in it for the long term, right? But I can trade half of it back and forth. That's just something that way, in case something crazy just does happen, you're not like kicking yourself. And then obviously if it breaks down and crosses on a daily chart, you're probably going to be like, okay, now I'll take the profit on the full amount of coins, not shares. All right, PCC, now we got it. All right, sick. So now we have the trap behavior. Sick. We actually have something that makes sense for once in this market. Here we go. We have people taking out a dramatic amount of calls. We have the dollar that is screaming higher. We have the 10-year yield that is screaming higher. Maybe that falls off. But main thing is we have the dollar going up. We have the PCC really, really low. And we have the SPY still holding at higher levels. And we have the Qs holding way higher. So this is looking like, I don't know if it'll be a complete reversal rug pull, right? We've seen these things happen intraday, but it really does look like we're going to back off here. Something to note, HGX really breaking down here. Very important for HGX to be able to hold up. That can give us a hint of the health of the market. So we'll pay attention to this, but that dropping off is suggesting not very good things for the time being. So it would be, what I'm trying to say here is, you're getting some rigged behavior. If you do see the market continue to head higher, that would be very, very interesting and contradictory to these signals. But we know that traps can take a long time, right? Now we're seeing that rigged behavior. Finally, we're seeing it very, very blatantly again. And now are we going to keep going and set a bigger one? Or is the job already done because the Qs are grabbing some liquidity right here? We'll see. GME expected to go down to 27. I think GME could go down to like 23 and it would make sense. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if GME goes to $20. They don't want people buying this stuff. You don't think a daily pullback can't take you all the way back down to $20? All the way down to the lows again? They're like, hey, yeah, earnings, look at earnings. Oh, GME was trash. And then they flush it down. Then January comes and you just see a squeeze. We know that they're going to fight the stock because that E's there. As far as December, it's written right here, thank God, December 10th. Yeah, GME in December could hit like 20 bucks and I would not be surprised at all. I think it's like AMC could probably hit what, like $3, $4. I wouldn't be that surprised. I would be managing risk if I see signals that say we could go down those levels. Do we have some? Let's see if we got rid of them for AMC. How about that? Let's see if we're getting rid of some of these signals. Well, let's look at the RSI. I don't think we're getting rid of the important ones. You need to see a big move here. See a big move and you're off to, like, you're fine. But this isn't big enough right now to really get rid of the main points up here. I want this to be taken out. I want that to happen and hold. Then you just have a high up MACD that completely wipes all that out. As of right now, it's still saying like, hey, yeah, this is a good upward push. Watch out if weakness comes in. That's what it's saying. We'll see eventually, huh? How high can the SPY go today? Well, I think SPY doesn't really look like it wants to go higher, but it is now, actually. Okay, there we go. The daily expected move is 605.11. I'm wondering if the Qs are just going to take out some stops. All right, so squeeze was the answer. I just really thought you wanted to set a trap. Now it looks like a squeeze trap. A lot of calls coming in. Let me look for a wall. Should have done that before. Let me do this real quick here. Let's go like this. Oh, it's always slow on Monday. I like that VIX 9-day look though. Looks like, oof, not very good. And I want to keep my eye on this. This will be something I'll watch very, very closely. Very closely. All right. Okay, so first it passed. Wow, okay, so we are just squeezing. because we have surpassed all the call walls. So unless we see profit taking by end of day, you're just violating all the potential resistances for order flow as of right now. SPY, let's see if that one had more of a struggle at like 603, because that was slow. 605 for the SPY. 605 for the SPY is a really strong call wall. And that's right where your daily expected move is. So that might be where a trap is set. I'm going to see if it holds on the futures, though. These reversal signals. Wolf now up 11%. Pretty dope. I love to see it. Super cute. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, futures. I just want to make sure this is still holding. Okay, yeah, all the reversal is still holding for the SPY on the 2 hour in the futures. If the squeeze indicator is catching this for the Q. Holy crap, what a move for the Qs. So random. Futures for all right, cool. Looked at some stuff. I think it's more like give me a couple hours and I'll know a little bit more. Hoping the trap springs. I have a put on the SPY. Yeah, I think it's very likely to test 605 now. Looking at the order flow, there's a lot of orders at 605 for the week. So if they really want to grab some stuff, I think it would be there. Good call on Wolf. I should have followed you in. And I'm still sitting on it. Just so you know, Wolf's like options are highly manipulated. Highly manipulated. I noticed that about Wolf. They're like double the price of what they should be, and if you see a 10% move up, you don't necessarily see the options move like right away. Sometimes it takes like a while. Squeeze only QQQ, yeah, and that was the one that was like at risk. But you could still say the SPY is still squeezing, like it's still doing it. It's just the Qs are benefiting probably from like AMD. Yeah, AMD, you got Meta, Microsoft, you got all these stocks here up little 2%, 3%. Uh-oh. But I'm just worried this is some kind of stop loss grab, some kind of liquidity grab, some kind of trap. What's not manipulated? Well, yeah, that's facts. But now look at the PCC. It's way bullish now. Now you are really asking for a trap here. I'm just saying. We can keep squeezing and that's fine, but most likely that squeeze took place already, and now all those people who had puts are flipping back to calls, and that's why you saw a squeeze, and now you're seeing calls while the dollar is rising. And remember the last time we really caught one of these moves? XLU is just tanking right now. XLU is tanking. 2%. 2 hour flat divergence. Daily looks like it wants to cross, and that has divergence as well. Like if you want XLU looks like it's about to crash. What happens in a crash? XLU does, and then the SPY follows. So XLU does this, the SPY does that right after. XLU does this, is the SPY going to do that right after? Very interested in this move now, because there's still like this little, I don't know if you guys have this too, but I keep thinking correction, but then there's still this little thing that keeps ticking in my brain, and I'm just going like, why does Nvidia have the weekly divergence? Like, why do we still have the weekly divergences on SPY and the Qs and the Dow and all these other things? I'm just like, God, it's so fishy to me. Yeah, the funny thing about revisions is you'll see the reaction to the data in regular trading hours be like whatever the reaction is to the initial data. So a lot of the time there's a trap with data if there's a big revision, because the price action from the regular number will happen intraday, and then at the end of the day, the big players actually put in their orders and say, oh, we hate that revision, and then the news will talk about revision. So I just think that's interesting, but we'll pay attention to the numbers. We just know he didn't want to see more weakness in the labor market. So I think unemployment on Friday will be pretty damn important. Oh my gosh, it's just so boring. Qs, do something. I mean, it's a good market. You're seeing good moves. I'm just saying, like, the SPY, whenever I look at that, I'm like, guys, watching grass grow. Which the Qs are more like watching grass grow, because this is green and it goes up, you know, like when grass grows. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. GME just really struggling, it seems. AMC, oh no, you're still holding. You're still holding the weakness signals. This could add up to, like, why is this gonna go down all of a sudden after a great week? It's like, hey, maybe we experience a black swan, who knows? Just being genuine, I'm like, what is going on with that bad boy? I just would be very surprised if they shoot these things down by freaking 20% out of nowhere. They want to. Oh, they want to. Oh my goodness. Like, I was watching the SPY because I'm like, now, okay, this is what we'll do, because we did this last time too. We see the trap behavior. Most likely, we're gonna see this thing slowly, very, very slowly go like this all damn day. And then I'm gonna hop on the live video later, and down with the market comes usually with the last hour of trading, right? Power hour. So I will have to hop off like now. It's just one thing that I have to do this morning, so I do have to hop off, but I will be back later this afternoon. So save your questions for later. Well, by the way, guys, remember this is what I like to do after a sale. I like to show up the next day, go live. That way you can ask questions about the course if you were thinking about getting it over the weekend. If you're new here or anything like that, you can ask questions. And then I will be live later this afternoon, since there weren't a bunch of questions about it. We'll be live later this afternoon, and you can ask questions about it then. But, you know, this is kind of like, hey, thank you for showing up to the live video. We're going to leave that sale up for just a little bit for you if you have questions. So thank you guys so much for joining this morning, and I will see you later this afternoon. If you are going to join the Patreon, it's a great time to do so. In a little bit, I am going to be making the monthly update video where we're going to talk about these monthly expected moves, even while the market's moving around a bit. I think that would be good. So I will talk to you guys later today, and I'll see you guys on Patreon in a little bit. Awesome, Nick. I hope you're enjoying them. Nick, I'm going to touch base with you later today during the closing live stream. If you'd like to chat about it, okay? I'll talk to you then. I just have to pop off for a little bit of time, okay? I'll be back for the last hour of trading. Peace out.